Charitable Trust is a social NGO which deals with creating mental health awareness, empowers women, as well as enhances personality development of youth. I was fortunate to attend summits of C20 at Bangalore, Odisha, and Trivandrum through working groups, GED, and EDT. I really feel grateful to all the organizers who gave me this opportunity. We are a very young organization. We started only 2 years back. And I was able to actually interact with so many other NGOs. The C20 Summit provided us with that platform to engage with so many NGOs, so many like-minded people whose basic intent is just to make this world a better place to live.
We are working for the gender equality, safety, security, and especially the legal empowerment of women. Our survivors are being trained and groomed as mainstream lawyers, advocates, and also as judicial officers. We are working since last 40 years, 4 decades. And I attended Odisha event also, and Delhi and JNK I attended online. And this time the C20, the way it is working is wonderful, because we can see that we can know about the global views, and we can know about the current initiatives taken by various countries and people, the stakeholders. We met many people, and this is my first time I'm attending C20 and participating in it. It is more interactive, it is with wider perspective, it is more inclusive because grassroots NGOs are there. So I really enjoyed, and there is a lot of learning, lot of exchange of ideas, especially on gender focused issues.
In our nonprofit world, our constant striving is for effectiveness, not in profiting for financial gain, but for world service and effective service to those who need it the most. And never in my 40 years of doing this work have I ever felt so effective and connected to hundreds of other effective teammates as I have in volunteering for and having the incredible privilege of contributing to the C20. In particular, this year, 2023, being able to partner with Amma and all of those who serve in alignment with her, because the effectiveness was coming in this C20, not just from external change and moving chess pieces on the board of our physical world, but from true internal, heart-led transformation and love with compassion-driven changes that will truly change not just the things that are done and the policies we live by in this world, but how we do them and how we live in alignment with them from the heart. Thank you for this incredible privilege to participate. My team and I are exhilarated and excited to take our learning forward into future contributions to the C20.
हम लोग इसलिए काम कर रहे हैं ताकि ये जो मानव तस्करी है इसको हम रोक पाए, और साथ ही में इंडिया में एक ऐसा मजबूत कानून ला सके जिसके द्वारा हम लोग ट्रैफिकर्स को सजा भी दे सके और सर्वाइवर को उनका जो कम्युनिटी बेस्ड रिहेबिलिटेशन है वो भी मिले। मैंने ये जो सिविल 20 हुआ था भुवनेश्वर में जेंडर इक्वलिटी एंड डिसेबिलिटी का मेंटल एंड फिजिकल हेल्थ की जो ग्रुप है उसमें पार्टिसिपेट किया था, और इल्फत ने इसी जेंडर इक्वलिटी ग्रुप के साथ कोलैबोरेशन करके के जो वेबिनार रखा था सीवीआर के ऊपर, और उसमें भी मैंने भाग लिया था। मुझे दोनों जगह से सभी लोगों का ट्रैफिकिंग के बारे में और कम्युनिटी बेस्ड रिहेबिलिटेशन के बारे में क्या विचार है वो मुझे जानने को मिला, और ये मेरा पहला समिट है जिसमें मैंने पार्टिसिपेट किया था। थैंक यू।
We are working for the women and women ranges Women rangers are those women who are working for the conservation of forest and wildlife. These are very brave soul who are going in the jungle, dealing with the wild animals day and night, doing the patrolling. G20 is a great opportunity to represent our work at international level, such a great platform. I was a part of GED group in Odisha, Bhubaneswar, and I have taken so many things, the connection, interaction, some etiquettes, and lots of positive energy from G20. So thank you so much, GED group. India presidency is proud moment, and thank you so much everyone for giving me this great opportunity. I will cherish it for my lifetime.
Our tech platform SafeCity is a crowd map for anonymous reporting of sexual and gender-based violence. It is made in India, but it is a global application, won several awards, used in 17 countries, available in 12 languages, and is the largest crowd map on this topic. This is my first time at C20 and I've had a great experience. I'm part of the working group on working to end gender-based violence. I've attended several online events. I couldn't make it in person, but I think what is unique is that it brought together people from not only across India but around the world. And there was a detailed process to highlight good practices, and I hope SafeCity will be recorded as one of the good practices to end violence against women and girls.
I attended the G20 summit in Bhubaneswar as well as the disability chapter in Delhi. And it was amazing because the views of so many different stakeholders and so many different views were taken in with due respect. And my view is that every child with or without disability has a right to live with safety and dignity, and therefore comprehensive sexuality education should reach every child, either through easy-to-use apps that parents can use, or through their schools, through a regular curricula from grade 1 onwards. And this curriculum should go into colleges for all streams so that our young people know how to express their sexuality with responsibility, as well as how to be safe around children and how to support children in being safe.
I have been an active member of this Gramina Vikas Samiti and also a member of UNCCD Youth Caucus. I am excited and thankful for CVL20 for giving me these opportunities as I am attending for the first time. I have attended many events on this gender, desertification and environmental protection throughout my role as an active member in this Gramina Vikas Samiti. The best thing about this C20 this year is the theme. They came up with the role of civil society in promoting human development and also the concept of ACT, awareness, compassion and tenacity. I like how Sri Mata Amritanandamayi leading this Civil 20 and the spirituality given by her holiness throughout this C20.
The Chikka Federation of India, an NGO having special consultative status with the United Nations, which is also associated with C20's Integrated Holistic Health Working Group and Gender Equality Working Group. It is my second experience with G20 as last year my appeal video was explored by Global Citizen USA and they said that it was amazing. As C20 serves as an autonomous platform that fosters policy discussions between civil society organizations and G20 governments. Our working group are really working hard to achieve the goals, as well as it's my request from the G20 government to develop better policies for gender equality and women's health, as I have advocated previously also for these events globally.
I was in Odisha for the working group summit on gender equality and disability, and it was held under the leadership of Dr. Bhavani Rao, and she was ably assisted by a wonderful team of assistants, of whom I would like to specially mention Ms. Radhika. There were a number of other volunteers as well, but everybody was so dedicated to the work that they were doing that their names are not familiar, but their faces certainly are. And as far as the working group was concerned, there was a sense of focus and direction that gave me a lot of hope in terms of how these policies can work forward and touch the lives of ordinary people on an everyday basis. So for something that is so relevant as gender equality and inclusivity, the policies were also made with perfect consensus, and there was a lot of discussion that had been generated, which gave me great hopes that the idea of one earth, one family, one future will certainly be realized through the aegis of this working group. I would like to acknowledge, and actually I'm also awed by the sense of vision, the sense of direction that has been, placed on record by Mata Amritanandamayi as well as Swami Amritananda Swarupapuri, and the kind of work that the Amrita institutions have put forward, as well as the hosts in Odisha, KITS and KISS had put forward. It is admirable, and it is a testimony to their commitment towards realizing the vision that India has put forward in the tenure of its presidency of the G20. So I would like to say that the C20 Working Group Summit on Gender Equality has all the makings of being able to create a certain and landmark difference in the lives of ordinary individuals, because after all, that is where life is.
Dear fellow members of C20, I, Dr. Dilip Kumar Singh, 98-year-old, a private medical practitioner serving poor villagers and tribals in a remote village of eastern Bihar for the past 70 years. I am associated with Integrated Holistic Health of C20, women who are the pillars of health and well-being, policy making on non-communicable diseases, mental health are some of the events I have attended. I appreciate C20's vision towards women empowerment. Yes, it was the first C20 meeting. I have liked overall discussions and presentation under C20 with very wide coverage. I thank the whole group of C20 for providing me to chat and share my opinion.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sangeeta Purushothaman, Executive Director of Best Practices Foundation. Here we focus on livelihoods with marginalized populations, including women, gender sexual minorities, and female sex workers. We are also known for our expertise on documentation and evaluation of best practices, and more recently for our work on institutional strengthening of federations and CBOs, especially those working on issues of development and gender-based violence. So we presented white papers on these issues, gender-based violence, entrepreneurship, and also on institutional strengthening as part of the Gender Equality and Disability Working Group. We attended multiple conferences which culminated in the C20 Gender Equality and Disability Working Group Summit in Orissa. And here what I liked most was the fact that we got a space to represent the priorities and voices of grassroots women in the summit. The key takeaway in the last few months, especially through the C20 process, has been that there has been a focus moving globally towards climate change and environmental sustainability, which we now bring into and need to focus on in our work on women and livelihoods.
I am happy to introduce Community-Based Rehabilitation Network. We work in South Asia. We are based in Bangalore. We are working in the field of disability, promoting inclusion of people with disabilities in the community development programs by following a strategy called community-based rehabilitation and inclusive education. So the community-based rehabilitation strategy helps a large number of people to get the basic support that is required without disintegrating children with disabilities away from the families and the communities. CBR networks in 8 countries in South Asia, and we also work very closely with Bangalore University and a few other universities developing human resource development program. CBR network also has projects called Eco Inclusion Friends Class, where we are connecting children, teachers, parents in different countries, in different schools, to learn from each other. C20 was a great opportunity for us to share our ideas. We really look forward for a very robust strategy and policy for effective inclusion of people with disabilities to lead a life with dignity and respect.
मेरी संस्था 2005 में रजिस्टर्ड हुई है फर्म्स एंड सोसाइटी एक्ट में। मैं मध्य प्रदेश के विभिन्न जिलों में पिछले 17 वर्षों से विभिन्न विकासात्मक गतिविधियों में कार्य कर रही हूँ, जिसमें सबसे महत्वपूर्ण हमारा महिला विकास है। महिलाओं को हमने प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में आगे लाने के लिए सॉइल एंड वाटर कंजर्वेशन, स्किल डेवलपमेंट, हेल्थ, एजुकेशन सभी फील्ड में होलिस्टिक अप्रोच के साथ कार्य किया है। आज संस्था करीब 10,000 महिलाओं को डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट तरीके से लाभान्वित कर चुकी है। सिविल 20 में मेरा एसोसिएशन 2 वर्किंग ग्रुप के साथ में है। एक है सेवा और दूसरा है जेंडर जस्टिस। इसमें गत 1 वर्ष से जो ये प्रक्रिया चली आ रही है, सेवा के मैंने भोपाल में एक आयोजित सिविल 20 में भी भाग लिया है और इसके अलावा अभी जापान में आयोजित C7 में भी मैं पार्टिसिपेट कर चुकी हूँ। इसमें सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि यहाँ पर महिला हेडेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक महत्व दिया गया है। महिला हेडेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को आगे लाने का सरकार के द्वारा मौका दिया गया है। तो ये एक मेरे लिए बहुत प्रिविलेज की बात है कि हम इस आयोजन में हमें इनवाइट किया गया और महिलाओं के जो कार्य है उसे आगे लाने के लिए प्रोत्साहन दिया गया। मैंने अपने द्वारा जितने भी किए गए कार्य हैं और जेंडर जस्टिस के तहत जितने भी फॉर्मेट्स आपके द्वारा भेजे गए थे, उन्हें भी मैंने अपने रिकमेंडेशन के साथ में सबमिट किया है। इसमें ज़रूरी है कि हम ग्लोबल लेवल पे उन सभी ग्रास रूट लेवल के मुद्दों को उठा करके बात करें और सरकार के सामने हमारे सारे अलग अलग कंट्रीज़ के जितने भी डेलीगेट्स हैं, हमारे नेटवर्क हैं, उनके सामने हम एक साझा प्रोग्राम को रख सके। तो यही एक मेरी मंशा है कि इस तरीके से काम जो हम कर रहे हैं वो विशेष तौर पर बहुत सारे कामों के साथ में आगे मेरा संदेश यही मैं देना चाहूँगी कि इस तरीके के आयोजन में जो ग्रास रूट लेवल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है या जो रियली डेवलपमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उन्हें जरूर जोड़ के रखना चाहिए।
I attended for C20 from the gender equality group first time in Bhubaneswar. It's such a thrilling experience. One of the key lessons which I take is that number of pages came as lessons learned or to recommendations, but when it came to the white paper, it's only few lines. So how to crisp it? And the best part of my C20 is meeting many people and learning about the things and share it. And our best practices are shown across the globe, and also the parallel sessions are held. I wish the C20 white paper recommendations will be taken by G20.
हमारा मेन वर्क कहता है कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग का, वुमेन की कम्युनिटी क्रिएट करवा के उनकी कैपेसिटी बिल्ड करना एंड देन उनको इंक्यूबेट करके एक्सेलरेट करना एंड गिविंग देम डिफरेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ जिससे वो कंट्रीब्यूट कर पाए हमारी रियल जीडीपी ग्रोथ के लिए कंट्री की। एंड आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू बी पार्ट ऑफ C20 सेवा कमेटी। और जो हमारा नागपुर का C20 इनिशिएटिव हुआ, पहला इनिशिएटिव वाज मार्वेलस। The initiative actually brought a lot of community leaders together. Today community, one takeaway I would say is that community has become very relevant, whether it's business, whether it's social initiative, individual. कोविड ने हमें ये सिखा दिया है कि कम्युनिटी होना, चाहे आपके पास पैसा है या नहीं, बहुत ज़रूरी है।
I have been a member of the Gender Equality Working Group of C20. I had participated in the inaugural event and also in the working group consultation in Bhubaneswar, and I found them very inclusive and gives an opportunity for equal participation. What I really liked about the entire C20 consultation was a number of organizations, both grassroots as well as national, were able to participate in bringing their own recommendations and perspectives. Also, the thing which is very commendable is funneling thousands of recommendations into a very concise couple of recommendations and ensuring that still we do not lose the facts and the essence of the entire C20 working group recommendations. I hope in future we can continue this forum in some way or other. Maybe a community of practices would be a way forward.
Our area of work is community outreach and sustainable development goals. We, iPledge Foundation, honored to work with Gender Equality Working Groups and Civil 20 as an official partner organization. We have actively taken part to nominate citizens and youth to share 1 million light stories initiative.
My own impairment, cerebral palsy, has been an inspiration. We have been working in the slums of Lucknow city and across UP, covering about 45 districts in different programs. It was a good experience to be nominated as a member of C20, where I was involved in different webinars, consultation, and attended Bhubaneswar consultation physically. It was a historical moment when when disability was made a separate theme and we now talk about diversity, respect, and justice. So it's very important, and I have been able to motivate other professionals. The future, we will like that C20 group, which has informed, we should make it wider and also networking on issues of disability. We mainly dealt on inclusive education and skill development, which are the major areas for rehabilitation and becoming economically independent.